A friend of mine who's a really great what-if-upper asked me once, how do you remember to what-if-up when things get tough? Have you ever found yourself in one of those negative spirals where we get triggered and suddenly all the tools that we know, sometimes we forget to use? I'm MindyAudlin. Welcome to chapter 18 of our What If It All Goes Right book club, Keeping Your Head in the Clouds. How do you stay positive? How do you stay uplifted? How do you stay connected to the tools and the resources that you have when you get triggered into an emotional response or when things seem like everything's going wrong? Today, I'm going to share with you my top 5 strategies for keeping your head in the clouds and remembering to remember that you have the tools and the wherewithal to turn yourself around and to come from a more resourceful, positive place. But first, it's time to check in. So for today's check-in question, share in the comments below, what's a habit or behavior that you have successfully changed? Maybe it's going to bed earlier or starting a meditation practice, or maybe it's eating healthier or exercising. What's a habit that you have taken on as a behavioral shift? Share it down in the comments below and share some of your strategies. What did you do that worked so you could create that new habit? And while you're down there, of course, remember to like and to subscribe so that you can stay in the loop every time there's a new video that comes out in our book series. We would love to loop you in and have you be part of our discussion. All right, now it's time to dive into chapter 18, and I'm going to share with you my top 5 strategies for pulling yourself out of those dark places when life throws you a curveball. How do you remember to remember that you have the tools, you have the wherewithal to turn yourself around? Strategy number 1, create a supportive environment. It's one thing when people are gathered around the water cooler and you see those conversations start to go down that negative spiral, that negative, rabbit hole. It's one thing to just pop in there and start what-if-upping. What if it's not as bad as it seems? What if there's something we can do about it? When you what-if-up, it's amazing how the culture will follow you, how people will tend to look for the bright side if you lead the way. Strategy number 1 is to take it a step further, to not just demonstrate it, to not just be a role model for what-if-upping, but to actually share what you're doing with the people that you're doing it with. So if you notice there's negativity around your dinner table or around your water cooler, it's a great opportunity to say, hey, I'm using this technique. It's called what-if-upping, and here's how it works. Let me practice it. Let me show you what it looks like. And hey, by the way, can you do this with me when you notice me going down that spiral? So sometimes just by teaching others about the process that you are using, you can get support in making sure that when you go down that dark spiral, that there's someone there that can say, hey, what if you turn it around? Strategy number 2, create ongoing meetings with an accountability partner. This would be someone that you identify. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, or it could be someone that you meet in our WhatIfUP community. Identify someone and make a date to connect, maybe once a week, maybe every other week, to support each other in practicing the WhatIfUP process. What that's going to do is it's going to put a date on your calendar where there's accountability to another person, and that's going to help you remember to remember. Strategy number 3 is to join a what-if circle. What is a what-if circle? It's a small group. It could be 3 people, 8 people, 10 or 12 people at the most, and they get together on a regular basis. Sometimes it's weekly, bi-weekly, or maybe once a month. And the intent is to support each other in applying this mindset, this what-if-up tool, to whatever challenges or issues may be showing up in your life. It can be a goal or a dream or an intention, or it could be something that you've noticed you've been worrying about, or something that you're feeling anxious about, or something that's bothering you that's happening in the world. You can bring that into your what-if circle. And because you're using a specific framework, a positive framework for creating possibility, positive possibility, you're able to take anything that might be feeling heavy or negative and be able to see what's possible from your reality. One of the best tools, again, social connection for behavioral change and creating habits. There is nothing like it. And what-if circles give you that social infrastructure, positive people to hang out with, a culture that reinforces positive thinking. When you are a part of a group like this, it gives you that date on the calendar and that culture that makes it normal to look for the bright side. Strategy number 4. This is high-level accountability. Strategy number 4 is to get yourself a WhatIfUP coach. A WhatIfUP coach is someone who is trained and certified to be able to use the WhatIfUP process as part of a coaching relationship. So if you have a business that you're trying to launch, or you have a personal goal, you can have a life coach, you can have a business coach. The WhatIfUP tools are embedded into the coaching practice of our certified coaches. We would love to help you connect with someone who can hold your hand through those tough times and help you remember to use what you know, help you remember to tap into the power of your imagination, to find those resourceful solutions. Pay attention to where you start sliding down into old patterns and to reinforce the positive habits that you're moving into. There is nothing like having a personal coach who is working with you one-on-one to support you in creating behavioral change and creating a new habit. Strategy number 5 is perhaps the easiest one of all, and that is simply to join our WhatIfUP community. It is free at whatifup.org, and once you're in there, turn on your notifications. So make sure you get notified, whether it's by text or by email. You can set it up as daily or every time something's happening in the community. I set mine up every day to get a notification of what's going on in the community, and it gives me a reminder to go in and to share what's going on with me. And I invite you to do the same. If you have something that's been stressing you out throughout the day, if you have something that is causing you to worry or causing you to go down that negative spiral, this is your opportunity. Pop into the community and say, hey, I'm nervous about, I have a date on Friday night and I'm nervous about it. I have a job interview, I'm nervous about it. I'm trying to get this client and I want some positivity around closing the deal. Whatever it is that is on your plate, bring it into our community and we will practice WhatIfUpping with you to help you create that shift. And that brings us to the Chapter 18 challenge. This week's challenge is a check-in challenge. For the next 7 days, I challenge you every day to go into our WhatIfUP community. We call it the Clubhouse, and it's our online forum where you can share what's going on for you. Are you stressed about something? Are you worried about something? Do you have a big dream and you're trying to move it forward? What's on your plate for the day? Post it in the community, and while you are there, look at what other people are posting and share at least one what if idea, a WhatIfUP idea, an idea that inspires hope and possibility in someone else. Remember, staying consistent with using the WhatIfUP process, especially during tough times, is really the key to creating transformational change. So take on the challenge, engage in our community, and see what transforms in your life. Together, we can keep our heads in the clouds and stay positive no matter what is happening in the world around us. You've got this. I'll see you there.